Hello, welcome to my first video of 2017. Today we're going to create a card. I'm going to start trying to make a video once a week and posting once a week for 2017 and seeing if that works. I really like making videos, but I've sort of gotten out of just making projects, and now I really like making cards. And so I figured I would share with you how I make cards as well. I still will make projects once in a while, and I still am loving my planner, so I will make planner videos. My videos will be of any sort of creative nature. There'll be all sorts of creative things. Today, I'm going to show you how I recreate a card. I found a picture on Pinterest that I really liked, and I wanted to recreate it myself, but it required dyes. It's a Polaroid shaker, and I'm sure it used a Polaroid dye, and I don't have that, and I don't have any stamp sets, or I don't have a stamp set that said what I wanted it to say. So I figured I would try to make this with my minimal supplies. I don't have a lot of card making supplies. I have a lot of paper and stuff like that for making projects, but I don't have like a lot of stamps and a lot of dyes. I have a few here and there, but I thought maybe it would be fun to show you guys how to recreate this so that you can then maybe you can find a picture that you really like, and then you can, kind of use your noodle and figure out how you want to recreate it with what you have without having to go out and purchase more. So we're going to recreate a Polaroid shaker, and to do it, we're going to use stamps or punches. I'm sorry, these are punches. And I'm going to show you these punches. I'm using the heart for the Valentine one and the flower for the springtime one. And I got these really inexpensive at Hobby Lobby. They were, I think, under $2. They're very inexpensive. They're super cute. They also have a tiny little star. This one is from Michael's. I also have a bow punch. That one's pretty little, so it would work too. And also I have a butterfly punch from my Recollections. And then I have my favorite punch currently for creating shakers, because then I don't have to have sequins in every color I want. Yes, paper is not as sparkly as a sequin, but sometimes you want to do it with paper that you have that matches. And so I purchased this. I actually purchased this to make confetti for photography, so I could have the children blow the confetti at me, and it looked really cool. But now that I'm done with that, or I've taken that shot, I use this for my crafting, and this creates a really fun confetti look. And these are perfect for shakers. A couple of punches of this in different colored papers, and you've got different colored circles that make really fun shaker fill. And you can do it with glitter paper or shimmer paper, and then it would be glittery as well. Anyways, let's get to it. So to start off, we're going to create our Polaroid frame. Okay, I use this one. I printed out the words "love you" because I don't like my handwriting, and I did not have a stamp that says "love you." And I also printed the words "hello," and I printed them. I do have a stamp that says "hello," but it was too big, and so I just printed them on regular paper, and then I cut around them to create a Polaroid frame. Now I'm going to show you how I did that really quick. It's super easy. And then you can create it in any size that you want to. Essentially, it is a rectangle and a square inside of it. So like what you would do is you would figure out your picture size and then add a 1/2 inch on each side, and then add 1 1/4 inches on the top and the bottom. But anyways, I'm going to show you how I made mine. So I cut my piece of paper to 4 inches by 3 inches. Whoops, sorry. By 3 inches here. And I have then the base of my Polaroid frame here. The one that I'm using anyways. Okay. Next step then, so I'm using my trimmer to do this, okay? This is my cut line right here. Right here is 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to put my paper on that line. I'm going to put my blade to the center of the paper, and then I'm just going to run along the edge and not cut all the way to the ends. Okay? Then I'm going to turn my paper this way, and I'm going to bring my blade towards the top, and I'm going to run along the side too. And I don't want to go down on the bottom at all. And then I'm going to turn it around this way, and I'm going to do the same thing. Just run along there. Then I may have cut too far down there. Then I'm going to take my paper for the bottom side, and I'm going to put it to the inch mark all the way down here. Okay? And I didn't go too far. That's good. And then I'm just going to run that one there. And then you can see I have my cut marks for that. Now I'm going to put this away. Oops. Then I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to finish off the little cut marks that didn't go all the way. Oopsie. I feel like this would probably work a little bit better with a thicker piece of paper, but we're going to work with what we have. Okay. So I'm just trimming the square out essentially. And when you're done, this is what you're left with. Now normally I would maybe make my border a little thinner, except for the bottom. I would keep that at 1 inch. I would make these a little bit thinner, but if I made them much thinner, I would not be able to, I wouldn't be able to put the dimensional stuff on the inside to pop it up. I need to, because I'm making this a shaker, I need to put some dimension on there. Like this one. See, this one has foam on there, and I need to do that. Okay. So, I do not have foam adhesive, but what I do have are these things, which make this really easy. And now, don't get me wrong, you can easily do this without this, what is this? Adhesive sheet pack. You don't need to do this. This was $4.99, and I used my coupon on it from Hobby Lobby, and I got 40% off, so it was really inexpensive. But what this does is this is going to make my stuff here be sticky already. Okay. So I'm just going to trim a little of this out, like so. And then I'm going to, and if you already have that roll of foam tape, then you are ahead of the game. I go through mine so quickly that I hate buying it, because it's like $5 a roll. And then I just use it all up right away. This way, I do not do that. Okay. I buy a big old package of this foam from Hobby Lobby for like $5. And there's like tons of them in there. The only downside is that they are colored. I wish that they had a big package of white ones, but they don't. So I make do with what I have. And then okay. And normally I don't use this stuff. I'm doing it this time. Normally I will just add my own adhesive to it from my tape runner. However, because I have such thin pieces this time, it's going to be much easier if I already have the adhesive on them as I cut it. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay. So now I've got my strips of adhesive. And the first thing I want to do is cut this down. I'm going to save this for another project. Okay. Now I'm going to cut strips of this. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to, I've already put a piece of acetate on here. Can you see the acetate? So you need to put the acetate down first. Then you just put your foam adhesive on there. Just try your best to make sure that it doesn't show. And then I don't want it to show on the sides either, so I'm actually going to remove a little bit there. All right. And then we just have to butt this piece right up along the top piece there. Make sure that all of your pieces match up. And that you don't go over, because you don't want to see this thing on the inside. When you flip the card over, you don't want to see your foam, especially since I'm having to use a color. But now you can see why it's much easier to already have the adhesive on there. If I was using this, my tape runner, which is a 1/4 inch, these are not a 1/4 inch, they're smaller, it would be a lot harder. Okay, and then I'm just gonna trim this down a little bit. Trim it down there. And well, goodness me. Okay. So now we've got the bottom on there. Right up next to the other one, so there's no gap. Okay, and now we've got them adhered. Now we want to put together our card. Oops. Okay, now we want to put together our card. So I've got a card base here, and for this card base I'm going to use, I've actually got 2 card bases because I'm going to do 2 of them. One in pink and one in blues. And for the blue one, I think I will use peacock feathers. I'm going to use peacock feathers, and I'm going to have a scrap piece here. Oh no. Well, I'm going to use this one as my peacock feathers one then. Good enough, I guess. Okay. I'm going to just start in a circle, very light, and then kind of work my way around the card, always starting in the center, because I want the center of this to be the darkest. Does that make sense? There we go. And then we put this on here like that. And we have a lovely little greeting card. Now let's do the same thing. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, I'm going to grab another one. The blue is not cooperating with me today for some reason. Okay. Put that away. And this time, I'm going to go with pink. And then we're going to start in the center. Nice and light. And then this card base is Bristol Smooth White paper. I really love the way that you can blend these inks on here. Let's see here. Good. I'm going to do just a little bit more. Just want to deepen up that color a tad. Okay. Then I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to take, I have this homemade glimmer spray. We're just going to take it off screen real quick and spray it and just run my card through it. And I don't know if you will be able to see the shimmer, but there is a little bit of shimmer on there. And I don't think there was enough to make it worth it, so I'm not going to do that one. I think I might need to add some more shimmer to that one. But I am going to do this. Just going to take a little bit of water and pounce it onto there like so. Then blot it up. There we go. Looks good. All right. So now that we've got that done, we're just gonna hit this with a dryer really quick. Alrighty, and then we're going to take our filler. I've got pink hearts for this one, and I'm just going to kind of scooch them all to the center. And for this one, I've got blue flowers, and we're just going to scooch them all to the center again. Okay. And then I think I'm going to do, just because I like the noise that they make, I'm going to do a little bit of this I don't even know what these are called anymore, but I know these are from the Recollections. And I know that they're from Michael's. And they're very hard to work with if you're not putting them into a spot. But I don't, because I don't have a backer on this card, I really don't want to, I might get it crooked then. Okay. But we're going to hope that it works. They seem to be staying in the flowers there, as long as I don't bump. Perfect. Oops, this is the wrong one. Alrighty. So I put silver beads in there. And I'm just going to pull up all the backing. And then I'm going to take this. Got two little beads that are out of the way. And I'm going to show these up here a little bit more because I want it to be a little higher. And I need it to be centered. And then we're just going to plop it on there like so. And then stick it down. Ensure that all of the pieces are stuck down. And I may have too much flowers in there, but it's okay. And now we have the fun little shaker noise. And it should move around a little bit. But there you have it, a fun little one. Now let's do this one. I think for this one, I'm just going to do the hearts because I like the way they look. But I am going to spread them out a little bit more so that they move once I lay it down this time. Lesson learned from the first one. Pull up all of my paper backing. Okay. And again, we're just going to center the card and then press down. And there we have a fun little shaker. Now this one doesn't make the shaker noise, and probably it would have worked better if I'd put a double layer of the adhesive on there, or a double layer of the I guess it depends on how much you want them to move around. If I just want them to stay like that, which I kind of like, they look good like that, then that's okay. You know? But we have two lovely shaker cards made with very minimal supplies. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will be back again next week with another video.